is 329 BC. Italy. Warring city-states vie for power and superiority over their neighbours. The Senate and people of Rome control the Latin states, but enemies surround them. The Republic stands at a crossroads in history.
Romans, senators, friends. Latium is firmly under the rule of the Senate and people of Rome. The Latin people are now one. Not since noble Brutus drove out the last king have we known such a glorious day. But now, my friends, in this hour of glory, we must be on our guard. To the south, treacherous Greeks and Samnites block our trade. Tarquinii groans beneath the tyrant's heel. That tyrant threatens Rome. Will we abandon Tarquinii? And now barbarians raid from the north, burning and pillaging Roman lands. Shall we let danger fester and grow? Or will we act as Romans, with courage and dignity? Remember, we are the sons of Mars! As Senate leader, I call upon tribunes Gaius Julius and Decius Brutus to smash the Gauls and relieve Tarquinii. All those in favor say aye.
I am Victoria, your advisor. I will be your guide through the world of Rome Total War. Follow my instructions and you will learn everything you need to know. To continue, left-click the Dismiss button on this panel or my portrait. This is the area around Rome. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, cities, armies, and the lay of the land are revealed to you. This is Rome, the eternal city of the Seven Hills, home of the Senate and the people of Rome. At this stage there is no empire, just Rome, with the Senate ruling and a few great families such as yours vying for power. You play the Julii, one of Rome's great families. At this stage this is your only army and you own no cities. Your mission is to assist the Senate in extending the power of Rome. Later, much later, you may have ambitions to take control from the Senate and become emperor. An army of Gauls is approaching from the north, and the Senate have sent an army under Captain Decius to intercept them. He has requested your assistance. Normally, each faction makes its moves in turn, but I'll move your army for you to get us to the battle. Battle is about to commence. Get ready to defend Rome from the barbarian horde.
Ave, General. I am Marcus, trusted centurion and military advisor to your family. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and show you how to command magnificent armies and crush your enemies for the glory of Rome. Now, let's take a look at the battlefield. As the Senate army joined battle from the southwest of the bridge, so it starts here. The invading Gaul army started in the northwest, so it starts here. The Gauls are beginning an attack. Let's take a closer look at the action. This is the acting commander of the Senate's legions, Captain Decius. He's a junior member of the Senate's faction.
Units! Move out!
Remember, the strength of a Roman army lies in its disciplined legions. They are the envy of the civilized world. Barbarian armies rely on brute force, strength of will, and an all-out charge to batter their enemies into submission. Once broken, they are easily crushed. The Senate has promised a reward to the soldiers who bring them the head of the Gaulish warlord, Dumnorix. It looks like neither army has summoned the will to engage just yet. Skirmishing could go on for a while. This is a good chance to show you how easy it is to command armies like these. This is your general, Gaius Julius, your faction leader on the campaign map and commander in the field. He is the most important unit. His wisdom and courage give both strength and morale to the soldiers around him. Use him wisely and victory is certain. You can rotate your camera view by pushing your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen, or hold down left-click on the ground and use your left or right cursor keys to rotate around the cursor. Your cursor keys move the camera left, right, forwards and backwards. Try this now. To select your general's cavalry unit, left-click on the unit card or left-click on the actual unit. If you can't see your unit, double left-click on the unit card to move your view to that unit. When you're ready, right-click on the area of the battlefield indicated. You may need to use your camera. While a selected unit is moving, you can use the movement toggle button to change your unit's speed. You might want the camera to follow a selected unit automatically. If so, use the delete key. Your camera view will lock on the selected unit. Use the delete key to unlock the camera again. Double left-click on the unit card indicated. These triarii are elite Roman spearmen. They are the backbone of a Roman army. You'll see that the camera pans directly to a unit if you double left-click on it. If you use a single left-click, it will select the unit card, but not change your view. Our maneuvering has attracted the attention of the enemy cavalry, and they're coming this way. Archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks. Protect them by moving your triarii spearmen in front of them. To be safe, use double right-click to charge your triarii to the indicated point. A useful tip. Double right-click can also be used to make your troops charge the enemy. The triarii unit's spears are one of the best weapons against cavalry. To attack the cavalry, move your mouse over the barbarian cavalry unit. When the cursor becomes a sword, double right-click to charge the barbarian scum.
Guard this area!
sure you don't let your troops chase fleeing enemy units unless all enemy units on the battlefield are routed. It will just tire your troops and leave your other forces vulnerable. Use the Halt button to stop a unit. The enemy are now sending archers against us. Select your archers by left-clicking on them or their unit card. Now, right-click to attack the indicated enemy archer unit. Make sure you don't march your own archers into any hand-to-hand fighting. Archers default to skirmish mode and make poor hand-to-hand soldiers. Now select your general's cavalry unit and then double right-click on the enemy archers to cut them down. Always remember, archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks. You have nearly finished dealing with these barbarians. When they run away, get ready to cross the bridge and attack the left wing of the enemy army. Don't bother chasing the routing units as it will tire your troops. You can use the Halt button to stop a unit. With multiple units, it can be a good idea to select them all at once when giving them orders. Units acting together can be more effective than on their own. Use Ctrl-A to select all your units. You can use the return key to deselect units. Another method of unit selection is to left-click on the terrain near a unit, drag the selection box around. The game is now paused. You can do this at any time during a battle by clicking on the pause button or by pressing P on your keyboard. While paused, you can still move the camera and give units your orders. You can use the game.
Okay, skip. Okay, I got this. That's bad. Okay, cavalry.
Now that you're ready to attack the enemy, move your Triarii spearmen to the left flank of the enemy. Use your archers and general as close support. When moving troops around on the battlefield, it is a good idea to walk them unless they are either mounted or close to the enemy. barbarians have noticed that we are moving to the bridge. Guard this end with your triarii. Place your archers behind them. Use right double-click to get your troops there quickly. Destroy the barbarians if they cross the river. When crossing a bridge in battle, it is best for units to cross as fast as they can. Troops can be vulnerable to enemy attack during a crossing.
Move out! Move! Move out! General! Destroy them! General! Trioria! Unit! Trioria! Unit! Charge!
The barbarians have started a full-scale attack. Hurry!
Destroy them! Units!
victory for me.
Victory!
Now you've learnt the basics of the battlefield, I'm going to show you how to play on the campaign map.